And then right around the corner from here, really a stone's throw away in the 2800 block of Cluett Street at Cluett and Industry, yet another shooting. A lot of gun casings on the ground, one person gravely injured. That person is also in the hospital.
This story starts in the 9th Ward of New Orleans, Louisiana. Known for two infamous housing projects, the Desire and the Florida housing projects. By the 1960s, the Desire projects was occupied by more than 13,000 residents on a plot of land slightly less than 100 acres in size, making it the area with the greatest population density in New Orleans.
2 years ago, the Desire housing development was considered one of the deadliest communities in the country.
What you see around here now is a sharp contrast of 2 years ago. Children did not come out to play. Lawmen say drug dealers were on every corner. But not anymore, they say, because of community policing.
There's been a tremendous difference, not only in Desire, but in Florida and B.W. Cooper also. Y'all write it down.
Lieutenant Edwin Compas heads up the community policing for Desire, Florida, and B.W. Cooper. Because of the new program, murders have dropped 74% just in the past year.
The murder rate began to quickly rise in the Desire and Florida housing projects, including the surrounding neighborhoods, the same neighborhoods that Gregory Rabbit Stewart confessed to committing his first murder, along with a host of other murders, including the murder of Quelton Gutta Broussard. Local news reported his murder but didn't have any idea of what actually happened that day.
Another violent day in New Orleans today. 7 people shot and 2 dead in just 90 minutes.
WDSU News reporter Heath Allen is on your side live now in the 9th Ward. So Heath, again, a very active scene out there. How did this all kind of play out? How did it all start?
Well, it all started earlier this afternoon, really around midday today at the intersection of North Dupree, St. Anne. 3 people shot. Thankfully, none of those injuries were life-threatening. And then the next shooting at about 1:20 this afternoon, right here at the intersection of Desire and Law. A hail of gunfire broke out. Sadly, 2 people wound up being killed at this location. A third person is in the hospital at this point, clinging to life. And then right around the corner from here, really a stone's throw away in the 2800 block of Cluett Street at Cluett and Industry, yet another shooting. A lot of gun casings on the ground, one person gravely injured. That person is also in the hospital. They don't know whether these 2 shootings, because they are so close together, may be related. Police are investigating that as we speak.
Rabbit said that himself, Merle, and Breezy fired off at least 48 rounds at a Chevy Impala in retaliation for a drive-by attack near the Wing Shack on Desire Street, in which an associate, Terrence Cheddar Black Butler, was killed over the phone. Stewart also admitted his role in the October 2010 killing of Elton Bow Fields in the 7th Ward. Elton was assumed to be one of the shooters in the drive-by, and was eventually gunned down by Rabbit and his close friend Terrius T. Red Oni, according to his testimony. The 2 men who allegedly set him up in the business and supplied him with heroin to sell met different fates. Franklin pleaded guilty in 2013 to firearms and heroin conspiracies and Broussard's murder. Merle would never face charges. He was gunned down in July 2013 outside a bar across from the Orleans Parish Criminal District Courthouse. His killing remains an open case. The most famous of the killings that Rabbit admitted to was the December 20, 2010 gun attack that left acclaimed bounce rapper, Renetta, Magnolia Shorty Lowe, and Jerome Hampton dead in a hailstorm of more than 50 bullets as they sat in a car in New Orleans East. Stewart's murder spree ended with his arrest in June 2011 at a motel south of Atlanta on federal heroin distribution charges. He was 19 at the time of his arrest. By then, federal agents had been monitoring him and other alleged members of G Strip, a 9th Ward drug gang, for several months in an expanding array of wiretaps. Gregory was subsequently convicted and sentenced to 4 life sentences. That sentence was later reduced to 2 life sentences, then later reduced to 35 years with a chance to keep having his sentence reduced with further cooperation with the federal government. At this time, no public record of Gregory can be found of him still being in federal custody, though he is still assumed to be in prison.